Hello there everyone, Just History Guy here, and with the PS5 closing in on being 3 years old, I think it's been long enough for some excellent JRPGs to have come out. So I thought I'd look back over the last couple years and recommend some of the greatest and very best PS5 JRPGs I have played. And I'll only be talking about games that, when they launched, came out for the PS5. No remasters, HD editions, or ports. Games that released with a PS4 edition at the same time will be included though.
Systems are go.
Starting off, we have a great but flawed game that I still want to include. Soul Hackers 2. A game that I haven't quite finished yet. I know, it's been a while, but I played quite a big chunk of the game now and can heartily recommend it. With it deserving to be on this list. While it's no Persona or SMT5, Atlus has done a good job with this game. The characters are fun and likable, which make them a joy to interact with. And I honestly love the art style and aesthetic, with it being a cool, modern, cyberpunk adventure. This is a solid JRPG with an excellent battle system. While it doesn't have the normal SMT press turn system, you still exploit enemy weaknesses and have plenty of wonderfully designed demons to fuse and battle with. The game's dungeons, while not always being the most unique, are decent and get the job done. They just don't have that level of inspiration that big budget JRPGs have, and are a little more simplistic. But that doesn't stop the game from being one that JRPG fans can have a great deal of fun with, and is a game that I have honestly really enjoyed. Moving on, we have Star Ocean: The Divine Force. My first ever Star Ocean game. Shortly after the game begins, for reasons unknown, you are shot down by a Federation ship called the Historia. You land on an underdeveloped world and quickly meet Princess Leticia, becoming involved in the world as you look to find your shipmates. The game has you choose between two main characters, Raymond and Leticia, with the former being a space merchant captain and the other a princess of the planet's kingdom. The two characters allow a certain level of replayability, with Raymond's story being more sci-fi, while Leticia's is more epic fantasy, with both eventually finding a happy middle ground. The characters in this game are almost all fantastic, with the dynamics between everyone being just plain great. Also, can I just say the exploration in this game is just so much fun, with flying around never getting old. So if you're like me and have never played a Star Ocean game, this is the perfect game to get into. Next, we have Final Fantasy XVI and Final Fantasy Crisis Core Reunion. The newest entry in the mainline series and the remake for the PSP Classic. Starting with Final Fantasy XVI, this is a dark and mature game, definitely earning its M rating. It is also, in my opinion, a great Final Fantasy, with interesting characters that I very quickly became emotionally invested in, with many characters making me feel true emotion. The combat, though, is hack and slash fun that never gets old, with plenty of unique combinations to try. At the beginning of the game, though, it may feel a little blunt, but after an hour or two, that quickly changes to non-stop fun. And as a Final Fantasy game, you know the music and voice acting, being Japanese or English, were top-notch. My only real complaint for the game being that the world feels very constrained at times, which can hurt my immersion and feeling of a fleshed-out Final Fantasy world. For some more of my thoughts on Final Fantasy XVI, check out my first impressions review, with the video link being in the description below. Now, for Crisis Core Reunion. This game is great, with such memorable characters. As someone who never played the original on the PSP, and is first experiencing the Final Fantasy VII universe through these remakes, I am amazed and fully hooked into this world. While as this game is a PSP remake, it also has the issue of being a little constrained like 16. This flaw is more forgivable though, considering Crisis Core's background. But I love the combat in this game, with it being a ton of fun and a great mix of action and this slot mechanic thing that is way better than it sounds. And playing through this just makes me more excited for part 2 of the FF7 remake. And finally, my number one recommendation for PS5 JRPGs I've played, Redemption Reapers. A strategy RPG and one that I've just been playing through. Man, this game is awesome. and at this current moment, it might be my favorite SRPG. But before making that claim, I'll let it sit for a little while longer. This game follows the Ashen Hawk Brigade, a group of mercenaries with harsh histories, fighting against the Mort hordes. This game just has a harrowing atmosphere, one of pessimism and horror, where you truly feel it might be the end for humanity, as the Mort have slowly been burning their way across. Always feeling like you're outmatched with a somber and sometimes intense soundtrack that always keeps you on edge. This game just has something about it that you need to experience for yourselves. With great strategic gameplay that constantly has me thinking about my next few moves, upgrading your characters is also super addictive, with you always trying to find the best combination, the best level up. This game had me being more meticulous in my planning than any game before it, with the voice acting being somehow great and not at the same time. There's just a sense of uncanny sometimes, but yet the characters are all so interesting and lovable that you don't care, or it even adds to it somehow. Also, for Naruto fans, the voice actor for Jiraiya is in this, and that just threw me off guard when I heard it. My last two comments about this game, though, being pick up all the relics you find on the maps, because the lore you can read from them is heartbreaking and deep. They put a lot of time and effort into them, and it shows. So play this game, because I want more like it. And with that, I really hope you found some great PS5 JRPGs to play. I'm the Just History guy. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot and lets me know what you guys would like to see. Thank you, and have a great day.